So here we are then for race 2 of round 4 of the Fordyce's BMW M3 League here with NXTGEN. I'm Jack TM53, your commentator as always in this M3 League. And this race 2, the reverse grid, different tyres on the cars, makes the M3's handle just that little bit differently around this Italian circuit. And obviously with the full reverse grid, it's Tim 78 in that handlebar moustache car is on the front row, which is rather peculiar because he finished in 9th that last race and Dove's finished behind him, so not sure exactly what's happened there. 3rd place is Danzo, 4th Joey Dunlop, 5th is Traumatic Dave, 6th is where Mehanesta should have been, but internet connection issues hampered him from taking part, so it's Bruce Lee there instead. 4th is 7th, Adam ID 8th, and NXTGEN Les, who won race 1, don't forget, he starts from the back of the pack. But let's get things underway. Another 20-minute race for the drivers. No numbers in the replay, so let's see if Tim can get a better start than what he did before. Lights are going to go out any second now. And away they go. No, Tim has jumped the start by a country mile and everybody else goes. So Doves is going to lead the way as they come towards turn 1. Danzo up into 2nd. There's Joey Dunlop. Traumatic Dave already fending off Bruce Lee Harden as he goes to turn 1. But it's going to be Doves who leads. Flash of the lights as he goes into turn 2. Joey Dunlop 2nd. Traumatic Dave up to 3rd. Bruce Lee up to 4th. He's going to be on the inside, in fact, is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee moves back into 3rd place then. So good move from him. Traumatic Dave trying to hang it on the inside. Is going to be on the outside for turn 4. And Traumatic Dave can't find a way back past Bruce Lee. So Bruce up to 3rd. That's Joey Dunlop sideways. That's going to promote an opportunity for Bruce Lee. Just on board with Les. He's clearly defending from Danzo. There's Bruce Lee on the inside. They're going to try and make it 3 wide almost. Going into turn 5 and 6. Bruce Lee, though, he's on the inside. He's going to hold the car just a little bit sideways. But he takes 2nd place and has a good shot at getting up to the back of Doves. There's a bit of contact side by side between Les and Joey Dunlop. Bit of squeezing. Joey clearly not seeing a big twitch from Bruce Lee as he goes through the 4 sector quadrants, as I call it. Dove sideways, that's going to compromise him. Coming on towards turn 12, there's going to be an absolute barrel of M3s coming towards him as they go towards turn 12 for the first time. Asking Bruce is getting rid of his penalty. He doesn't want to be involved in that, so it's going to be Joey and Les and Doves all fighting over the lead. Les can't find a way past. He's going to have to stay where he is. He's going to try and go around the outside. Doves breaks so much earlier than everyone else. Catches Joey off guard almost. Joey and Les side by side battling one another as they come out of turn 12. They're going to be side by side through turn 13. Fordyce also trying to angle his way past Doves. He gets through, as does Les. So NXTGEN Les from 9th to 1st in the space of just 14 corners. He leads the way. Fordyce is in 3rd, looking to go past Joey Dunlop. He's trying to dink one up the inside, and that looks like he's got the move. Joey Dunlop's picked up a penalty from cutting a corner slightly. A bit of leaning on one another, but through goes Fordyce. So Les leads. Fordyce 2nd, Joey 3rd, Adams 4th. Danzo is sideways in 5th. And Dove's also almost going off the circuit with him. Bruce Lee, after clearing that penalty, is in 6th place. Going to have a good run on Danzo. Coming towards turn 1. We'll just stay on board of him. Doesn't look like anyone else further afield is trying to make a move. That's Joey Dunlop looking to the inside. Not quite there. Whoa! What happened to Doves off onto the circuit? A green missile flying into the barrier. Bruce Lee and Danzo all live to fight another day. With a bit of shenanigans going on ahead as well with Adam, Joey and Fordyce. Looks like they've just about tried to sort it all out. Oh, Adam ID just that bit sideways, but he's got alongside Joey, which is exactly where he needs to be. Will he make a lunge into turn 5 and 6? He does indeed. Adam goes through on the racing medium compound tyre. There's Bruce Lee getting past Danzo if he can. It's going to be difficult to pull it around turn 7, but he's going to give it a whirl, and that's exactly what he's done. Up to 5th goes Bruce. Oh, he's sideways though, coming through 8 and 9. Danzo can't take advantage, but Traumatic Dave's got an opportunity. He's got both of the double toe, both of the 2 in front of him compromised. Dave's going to try and go around the outside to play this one. Bruce Lee defending heavily, going towards turn 12. Dramatic Dave just moved over then to stop Danzo from pulling out of the slipstream. Look at Danzo now. He's managed to force the door open. Up the inside he goes. Dramatic Dave can't take advantage. Bruce Lee, though, gets past Danzo, who braked too late, and he loses another position to Dramatic Dave. Unfortunate for him, but that's exactly what's happened. Tim is running an 8th, and Doves, I believe, has retired. Not ideal. I think he had a bit of an issue, considering he flew into turn 1 at some speed. Adam ID and Joey Dunlop 3 are still fighting over their 3rd position. The top 3 now, all in the same, well, roughly the similar speed as one another. 4Fish giving Les more pressure than he actually ever experienced in race 1. So 4Fish on the back of Les now as they come towards turn 1 for the 3rd time of asking. 4Fish right in the slipstream. Will he look for a move at the inside? No, he doesn't. He just gives Les a little tap in the back just to unsettle him. He won't go past. 4Fish, we know, won't take advantage of other cars, but a little tap there from 4Fish, just to let Les know he's there. Adam ID's closed the gap as a result. So the front 3 were the same front 3 who scored the podiums in race 1. Obviously 4Fish and Adam ID swapped in terms of positions. Adam was 2nd, 4Fish was 3rd, but that's inverted in race 2. See the different lines taken by all 3 cars. 4Fish taking a sort of wider then tighter line. Les just keeps it consistent through the corner. They all work out at the same speeds roughly, but it's all about the setup for turn 7. Can 4Fish make any inroads into the gap that Les has at this present time? You can see that the 4Fish will have slipstream now, going even quicker on this lap. It's going to be into the 210s very quickly, but he's just not close enough to have a look. And Adam ID's closed that gap now, so he's having a little look into turn 12. Bit of contact between the two, but they both live to carry on for another lap or two. Put a bit more contact between the two of them, it won't be very happy. There's Joey just hanging on to the trail left by the front 3. Bruce Lee's in 5th place. He might be cursing the fact, Bruce, that he slowed down for that penalty so early on. Meant he had to do a bit more fighting with Danzo and Traumatic Dave than what he would have wanted. There is Dave in 6th place. Danzo down in 7th, and Tim having a nice Monday night drive in the Texaco car. But these 3 are having anything but a nice drive because Les is under so much intense pressure at this moment. As they go on to lap 4, look at the gaps between the two of Les and 4Fish, and 4Fish to Adam ID. Look at Adam, he's going to have a look at the move at the inside. Is he going to break a lot later? He's going to move at the inside. Les turns away from him. Contact between the two. Les goes off the circuit. 4Fish is trying to go around the outside. Adam stuck between the 2 cars, and somehow they all stay in the same position. But Adam ID went for the move, didn't quite pull it off. Tries again at turn 4. He's on the inside, he's a bit sideways. Contact between himself and Les. Les sideways. Coming out of turn 4. 4Fish trying to get involved as well. Adam's looking for the move at the inside now. 4Fish is going to pull to the outside. He's going to wait and try and get a nice run out of turn 5 and 6 if he can. They all break together. Watching from Joey Dunlop's point of view. Les is sideways. Here comes 4Fish. He's going to try and go around the outside, is he? Joey Dunlop getting involved in the midst of all this. He's looking to try and get a podium this season. Adam's been pushed onto the grass by Les, and 4Fish goes through. Absolutely frenetic so far between the drivers. Bruce Lee has joined in. It's a 5-car fight for the lead in race 2, proving to be much more eventful already as Tim retires. But Adam ID trying to look for a move now. Les is right in the wheel marks of 4Fish, and if he's wise, Les will just push him along, and that's exactly what he's doing. They're just bump drafting one another to move forward, and now Les goes for the move at the inside at turn 12. 4Fish trying to do a switchback. He can't quite get his M3 tucked underneath, but Adam ID can. Bruce has got past Joey in the meantime in the background. Adam trying to go around the outside at turn 13. He's going to be on the inside for 14. 4Fish will have the momentum. They've got to give each other racing room through this complex, which they do. Nice driving from the pair. Coming into turn 15, Adam on the brakes. Would he go a little bit later? He does indeed. He's on the grass a little bit. Little wiggle. 4Fish just about avoids it. Oh, a little bit of punt from the back from Bruce Lee. That's actually helped Adam to get the momentum out of the turn 18 there. It's going to be on the outside for turn 19. Les will be watching this all in his rear view mirror, trying to think how he can get away. Forfish is just about through, as he is. There's Bruce Lee. Joey's right there too. So Adam back in the slipstream, pulls out of it. Bruce Lee darts back up the inside. Might be a wiser place for him to sit, as Adam tries to defend and attack into turn 1. Forfish sideways, going through turn 1. Little bit of a bump from Bruce into the back of Adam. They've kept it together, but Bruce has done brilliantly well. He's going to try and go around the outside at turn 3 into turn 4. Lots of racing room given, and Adam ID keeps that place for the time being. He'll probably have the momentum as he runs over the AstroTurf, as Forfish was very sideways on the exit. Take a breath, ladies and gentlemen. What a brilliant couple of laps that was. And there's still half the race to play out here around the Italian circuit. Joey Dunlop just sitting in the back, hoping for someone to crash and take all 4 out of them in front of him. How much he'd love that for a race victory. Dave 6th, Danzo 7th. They're out of the equation, unfortunately, for those two. So we will be concentrating on this front 5. You can see Bruce Lee got a very good run, extending his rev range there to the last possible moment before shifting up to 5th. He's going to have a good run on Adam ID, who's already going slightly defensive into turn 12, but comes back across. Bruce taking that tighter line over those indented curbs. You can see Adam trying to defend each way he can. Forfish has closed the gap on Les. Adam sideways out of turn number 16. Have to be very careful. And the medium tyres much more prone to snap over to steer as opposed to the hard tyres. Oh, Adam's gone wide. Bruce has done exactly the same. They both live to fight on, and Joey's dropped off the back, so this is a 4-car fight for the race lead, split into 2 groups, with Adam having the fastest lap of a 2:09.6. The medium tyre not as quick as I expected it to have been, as opposed to the hards. The best lap time from the hard tyres in this race before was a 2-minute 10.6, so only 1 second, and this is quite a large track for the drivers to fight around. Oh, Adam's sideways out of turn number 4. Gotta be wary of that one if he can. Doesn't want to go off the circuit at any point. He's got a podium at the bare minimum. Forfish just trying to keep the pressure on Les in front of him. You can see Les has won a number of races on the spin already since round 3. He's on form, he's on fire. It's going to take a lot to try and knock him off his perch. And that's what Forfish is desperately trying to do. But you can see Les is just pulling away. And that might be Les's ticket to another race victory. Because Adam ID now has closed the gap dramatically on Forfish. Has he brought Bruce Lee with him? He's pretty much close enough. So, 7 and a bit minutes to go in this session, and look at Adam. He's all over the rear bumper stickers of Forfish's M3. You can see the OMP sticker so clearly, and Adam's going to be on the inside going into turn number 15. Is this move done? Not quite. He's going to try and make sure he gets it settled into 16 and 17. And they're over the curb as Forfish. They're leaning on one another. Forfish is still going to be in control though as he come into 18. But he breaks earlier. Just keeping as much of a gap to the white and orange BMW next to him. They're both giving each other racing room, but Bruce Lee now has the momentum coming into turn 1. He gives Forfish just a little tap along, just to keep him there alongside Adam going into turn 1. Forfish sideways on the grass going into turn 1. Adam holds his line through turn 2. He should get the position, and Bruce Lee Is he going to try and go around the outside again at turn 4? He can't quite make it through 3, so he couldn't set it up for 4. But Adam now moves up to second. The top 4 now quite literally running 1, 2, 3, 4 again, as they did in race 1. And Les is off and up the road. Adam ID went, wow, I was just about to say Bruce had a fantastic chance to get past Fordyce. They both ran deep, Adam and Fordyce, but Bruce was 2 sideways out of 5 and 6. In the end, has to stay behind, wait for another opportunity. Now he's going to have it on the slipstream, coming towards turn 12 once again, over the flat at 10. Then it's completely flat again through turn 11. Bruce Lee all over the back of the M3 in front of him. But Fordyce is going to have a little bit of slipstream from Adam, so it's not going to make too much of a difference. Fordyce taking a tighter line as opposed to Bruce there, and just equalises the difference between the two, consolidates that little bit of breathing room, if you can call it that, behind him. Quarter of the race left to go. Les might have just checked out on this one as Adam goes sideways through turn 15. As you can see, he's just trying to clear his penalty by taking alternative lines, although admittedly that's a very different form of alternative line Adam took through turn 17. And he's picked up another penalty for it, just as he'd cleared it down to almost nothing. Adam's got another penalty to deal with. Is Bruce any near closer to getting past Fordyce? Doesn't look like he is. Les still leads. Fastest lap of the race, a 2-minute 9.5. Only driver in the 2-minute 9s on that lap. Adam ID, the only driver in the 2-minute 10s. Says a lot, really, in terms of the performance that Les is showing and displaying. Class of the field. It's a small wonder why he is leading the championship after the opening 3 rounds. 4 fish in Bruce Lee. Just shadowing the back of Adam if they can. They know that Adam will has got that penalty. They'll see it clearly above his car. They'll know where he'll need to slow down. Drivers can scrub off a little bit of speed going into turn 12 just to shake off a little bit of the penalty. Adam's got a 1 second time penalty now, so that's going to be a bit more difficult for him to try and clear as they come towards turn 12 for the 8th time of asking. Bruce Lee 4 tenths up on his best lap so far, so looking like a good lap so far from the Nuka-Cola driver. See Adam's car just flickering as a ghost, trying to clear that penalty. He's going to have to do it somewhere, because Fordyce is less than a second behind, and Fordyce and Bruce Lee will know that if they keep it together, they've got a very good chance. Bruce Lee's on a fantastic lap here. 2-minute 10 is his best lap so far. He's 7.5 tenths up. Could be on for a fastest lap if he can keep it up. He's just gone a little bit deeper in turn 17 than he would have liked. And struggling with that corner across the 2 races as Bruce Lee. And Fordyce has closed the gap onto the back of Adam ID again as Bruce goes as wide as he wants to through that final corner. Let's see what the lap times are as they come towards the line. It's a 2-minute 9.7 from Bruce, a 2-minute 9.6 from Fordyce, 2-minute 9.9 from Adam, and Les into the 2.10s on that last lap. So lost a little bit of time to the cars behind, but he's got, as I say, he's got time. 2 more laps to go for these drivers in these M3s. You can see Adam just trying to steadily reduce his time penalty if he can. But Fordyce is tracking him. Fordyce is right there through the turn 5 6th corner. Classed as a double corner is that long sweeping right hander. See Fordyce, how much lock he uses. He Turns the corner initially compared to where he is at the end of it. And he's just not close enough, this Fordyce, to put Adam under any threat at the moment. Up to 5th gear, you can see how the drivers use all of the red range in the M3. They go on the brakes just before that 50-metre marker. Big cut from Fordyce. Will that pick him up a time penalty at any point? Be surprised if it didn't give him one. But he did get a good run on Adam. This is potentially what he needs. He didn't get a penalty for that. Ooh, Adam with a twitch. Coming out of turn number 14. Into 15 they go. Adam a tighter line once more. Adam's just clearing bits of his penalty here and there. But he's not far enough away from Fordyce at this present moment. He's gone wide again at that final corner. There is a concern that if a wheel is dipped into the grass, it'll send the M3 around. Fordyce on the brakes, down into 3rd gear. He can see the gaps that Adam has closed all the way through this race. Bruce is trying his best, but he's just a bit away now. So Fordyce doing as best as he can. Traumatic Dave has seen the checkered flag. He's going to finish 5th. Joe Dunlop is in 6th place. Danzo will come across the line in a few seconds to finish in 7th place. But we're watching this fight over the last 2 spots on the podium. You see Bruce in that rear view mirror, just where the track map is. I don't think he's close enough unless a mistake occurs now, or a collision between the 2 cars in front of him. Les just needs to keep himself pointing in a straight line. It's excellent driving from everybody. Fordyce taking a different line. Adam a little bit compromised. Fordyce has got to keep the car straight as he can. He doesn't want to lose any miles an hour to pull in that slipstream up the hill through turn 11. They'll come towards turn 12. Adam sideways on the grass. He just about held it. But this is the opportunity that Fordyce needs to make sure he's in the position to get 2nd place in the race. On the brakes, down into 3rd gear. Fordyce right on the back of him. Adam has got a couple of corners to try and clear that penalty. Les should have done enough by now to seal that victory, but he's still got 4 corners to navigate before that's confirmed. So Adam, can he try and remove some of his penalty before he comes towards that final corner? He's trying to shake a little bit off, but it's just not quite working. Down to 0.4 of a second. He's going to lose 2nd place unless he can do something coming out of this final corner. But in the meantime, for the 2nd race in a row, NXTGEN Les rounds that final corner to win a Lago Maggiore. It's a clean sweep. Adam's going to try and clear that penalty now. Fordyce takes 2nd as a result. Adam is 3rd and Bruce Lee takes 4th. Adam just clearing the penalty at the end. Absolutely superb to watch from the M3s. It was in the end NXTGEN Les who took both race victories. Fordyce getting 2nd on the line. Adam couldn't clear that penalty, and then so he finished 3rd. 4th was Bruce Lee. 5th Traumatic Dave. 6th was the way of Joey Dunlop 3. Danzo was 7th, and 3 non-finishes in the form of Doves 1971, NGR Tim 78, and a non-starter as a result of Mehanesta 98. So I'm going to close this stream and I will do race 1 of Brands Hatch Indy, which is round 5. So I'll start that in a moment, but do tune in for the next one. See you shortly.